All right, we're back with another episode. We're gonna try and fly through this week's episode because that's besides the point. I want to be done with this and I want to go watch the game. But I didn't want to make you stay up late, and I'm just like, all right, we're just gonna speed through this week.
The Baltimore Ravens just scored a touchdown.
I'm not even watching.
Okay.
Whatever.
Moving on.
All right,
Okay.
so before we get too far into the video, don't forget to leave a like, subscribe, comment something about last week that you enjoyed, turn on our post notifications, and go follow our social media pages.
Slay.
I think that's the best
All right.
time that I've done that.
Stupid statistic. All right. Oklahoma State's quarterback Alan Bowman has thrown for over 10,000 yards. Eagles wide receiver A.J. Brown and Seattle Seahawks wide receiver DK Metcalf scored touchdowns in Bowman's first career game.
Yes.
Florida.
So, just a little touch on that. No, you're good. So, A.J. Brown and DK Metcalf are now in the NFL. Alan Bowman is still playing college.
Did you not
COVID
pass
years,
the
am I
class?
right?
Oh.
COVID years.
Been there. Been through it. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Florida State sued the ACC to try and leave the conference, only to lose to SMU, who joined the conference this year, 42-16.
Mm-hmm.
Las Vegas Casino VP attempted to offer $100,000 NIL deal to UNLV quarterback to prevent him from leaving, but UNLV denied the request. UNLV losing starting quarterback after NIL deal falls through.
So on this, so the whole reason, because he transferred to UNLV this year, and he was promised money, like $100,000. And so it came out this week that they're not giving him the money. So he's like, I'm gonna redshirt and I'm gonna go to another program who will give me the money.
I mean, that's fair. The LA Dodgers, Ohtani is the first player since 2001 to reach 400 total bases. That doesn't surprise me. The man is absolutely amazing.
Yeah, he's playing out of his mind this season.
Yeah, absolutely insane. 100,000 Giants and Jets fans went to the MetLife Stadium this week, and not a single one of them watched their team score a touchdown.
That's really bad, right? Yeah. So the Giants didn't score a touchdown, and the Jets didn't score a touchdown, which is very unfortunate.
Anyways, the Cowboys guard Zach Martin has as many Pro Bowl appearances as he has holding penalties over his 11-year career. 7 holding penalties.
Now that's just crazy when you think about how many, holding penalties and stuff that they're calling nowadays. Yeah. The fact that he's played for 11 years and he only has 7 overall, like, I feel like people average 7 a season.
Right? That's insane. Today was the first time ever that Aaron Rodgers had 0 touchdowns at home when he played the entire game. I was thinking about that too. I was like, has he played? Did I miss something? And yeah, I know. They just did not play well today at all.
Yeah, they were unable to close out their game today. And that they were like, I don't know. Did you see the last like 2 minutes of the game?
I was throwing up.
All right, anyways. So the Broncos were driving and they had a chance to kick a field goal to like completely seal the game. And the guy missed it. It went wide. And so then the Jets get the ball and then they start driving and they get to where they can kick a field goal. Guess what happens? They kick the field goal. It goes wide too. And like technically it was raining, so like whatever, but still like they both missed. So had either one of them made the field goal, their team would have won.
I was like, they kept going back to their game, and I was just like, how do you fumble this hard? And when I say fumble, you fumbled the game, you fumbled the ball, like you fumbled everything.
Literally, so bad.
I was like, where was the effort on a trip to New Zealand? Apparently. Okay, moving on.
In the NBA, earlier this week, Derrick Rose announced that he was retiring from playing after 15 seasons. Also, the New York Knicks are sending Julius Randle and Donte DiVincenzo to the Minnesota Timberwolves in exchange for Karl Anthony Towns. Now,
that's a mouthful.
So there are like some things going on with it, like some drama wise, because everyone was like celebrating about how the Knicks were like the Nova Knicks because of all the 4 Villanova guys. Well, Donte DiVincenzo was not happy because rumor has it that Mikal Bridges, the other guy that they traded for, would take DiVincenzo's place on the starting lineup. So he was unhappy with that, and that's kind of why he got traded to the Timberwolves. Fun times, am I right?
Lovely. All right, now we're to the NFL, and I'm going to do my run through like I usually do. So the Cowboys beat the Giants 20-15. The Bengals beat the Panthers 34-24. Falcons beat the Saints 26-24. Texans beat the Jaguars 24-20. Broncos beat the Jets 10-9. Vikings beat the Packers 31-29. Colts beat the Steelers 27-24. Bears beat the Rams 24-18. Buccaneers beat the Eagles 33-16. 49ers beat the Patriots 30-13. The Commanders beat the Cardinals 42-14. Chiefs beat the Chargers 17-10. Raiders beat the Browns 20-16. And like I said, currently the Bills versus the Ravens, and the Ravens are beating the Bills. And then the Titans versus the Dolphins is tomorrow night at 7:30 p.m. Eastern Time. And the Seahawks versus the Lions are also tomorrow at 8:15 p.m. Eastern Time.
All right, so I just want to recap last Monday night's football game because it was historic for multiple reasons. So the Commanders won 38-33. This was the first game since 1940 with 0 punts or turnovers. So it was a very clean game. They rarely called any penalties to begin with. So it was like, I was watching it and I was like, I've never seen the team play this well. But Jayden Daniels, couple things with him, monster night. So Jayden Daniels was the 11th QB to complete a pass to Terry McLaurin. His first passing touchdown was thrown to an offensive lineman. And then after the game, he comes out, they asked who got the game ball. Well, that ball that he threw. And he's like, oh yeah, I took it. I'm not giving it to them. I was like, alright, it's your first passing touchdown. I get it. But like, the O-line is like never going to get a ball thrown to him again. But whatever. And Jayden Daniels also set the rookie record in the NFL with 91% completion of passes. And then you go to today's game, and he played pretty much, again, like in the scoreline, you can see 42 points. So I don't know what happened between the first week and the second week to the third week. And now on week 4, and we are 3-1, I believe. So that's kind of, I don't know what clicked, but something did, and we won, and we started getting touchdowns. So yeah, but Jayden Daniels is
absolutely insane.
Definitely making a case for him to win Offensive Rookie of the Year.
Definitely.
So then some things that happened this week so far. So Jordan Love returned from his knee injury sooner than what was originally expected of him. Unfortunately, the Packers did lose. Their kicker missed a couple field goals, so that wasn't great. Had he made them, they could have won. But
It was close at the end.
anyways, I'm not just saying, but Jordan Love is 0-2 and Malik Willis is 2-0. Not saying, just saying. Browns running back Nick Chubb is expected to return within the next couple of weeks from the physically unable to perform list after he had a very, very devastating knee injury in week 2 of last season. It was so unfortunate when he went down because he was playing really good and he was on my fantasy team, and then he got injured and I was like, no.
Dang.
But yeah, so he's looking to return and to practices at least within the next couple of weeks here. Same with Vikings tight end TJ Hawkinson. He had another knee injury last season, so he's coming back from that, and it looks likely that he's going to actually return to playing in games in late October. So,
ooh, nice.
Love that. I picked him up on fantasy this week, so I'm like, he's gonna return soon. I want him on my team.
I mean, they're dominating right now, so
that's part of the reason why I picked him up too. And then Panthers wide receiver Adam Thielen was placed on injury reserve after a hamstring injury. Cowboys linebacker, defensive lineman, kind of same thing. Micah Parsons suffered a high ankle sprain on Thursday's win over the Giants. So we'll see how he's doing and if he plays this upcoming week. And then today in the Chiefs game, Rashee Rice had a terrible knee injury after Patrick Mahomes turned over the ball, and then Rashee was coming to make a tackle, and Patrick Mahomes went into his knee trying to stop the guy.
I saw it happen.
And so it's kind of speculating right now that he tore his ACL. So if you've seen it, like you know that it's probably not.
Yeah, it looked rough.
Not good.
Very painful.
And then someone on the Bears also got injured after a big hit. It was one of their running backs. I can't remember his name off the top of my head. But he got up, he went over to the sideline, and then he like collapsed or something on the sidelines, and he was also carted off. So
I think I saw that happen too.
Yeah, I don't know. I wasn't watching the full game,
really.
so I don't know 100% what happened, but I know that they
Neither do
brought
I.
out a backboard and neck brace and everything, and yeah. So
I just saw like them come and get him and take him off. I didn't see what happened.
yeah, I mean, over to soccer. So we're gonna start in the Premier League because not much has happened. Well, probably a lot has. I just haven't been that invested this week. As invested as I am with the NFL. But Spurs beat Man United 3-0. Man United got a red card, and then Chelsea beat Brighton 4-2, and all 4 of Chelsea's goals were scored by none other than Cole Palmer. And I keep sending you all those edits of him because I just think that they're so funny. It's just like,
I didn't realize he was from Chelsea.
Mm-hmm. How do people think this guy is like, you know, great? But like, I mean, I don't know how Brighton actually is, but there's no way that he's that good, right?
I'm not a soccer. I don't know. I'm learning.
Alright, and then over to Serie A, where AC Milan won 3-0 over Lecce, I think is how you pronounce the club. I don't know, I'm not Italian. And guess what? Another goal from Christian Pulisic. I think he also got an assist on one of the other goals too, so yeah, he's leading the stats for AC Milan, I believe, this season, so that's good. And then to La Liga, Atletico and Real tied 1-1. Atleti got a red card, so that kind of hindered them from, you know, having a man advantage. But it's kind of crazy that Real Madrid only scored one, with Atleti being a man down for some of the game. But in
really only
other
scored one?
news, yeah, they only scored one goal. Both teams only scored one. But like Atleti, you can see it because they're down a player. But like Real, they really should have. For
Yeah.
a team of their caliber, they should have scored more. I mean, yeah, we'll get to.
They did not have their head in the game.
No, their head was not in the game, I guess.
Respond! Say something! Yes, Chief. No, Chief. Maybe, Chief. What is it?
But concerning news for Real Madrid, as Kylian Mbappe has suffered a leg injury, and it looks likely that he will be out for the next couple weeks here. So we'll see when he makes his return. And then Barcelona also lost 4-2 to Osasuna. I don't know. They lost 4-2. That's all you need to know. And then
Works
to
for
the
me.
Bundesliga. Yep. Plain and simple. Okay, so to the Bundesliga, Bayern and Leverkusen draw 1-1. So I'm not gonna lie, I totally had the intentions of watching this game. I really only watched about probably 10 minutes of the game.
Was that this afternoon?
No, that was yesterday.
Okay.
At 12:30. I really only watched 10 minutes, and it's unfortunate because they were going through some of the statistics, and it's Oktoberfest this weekend for Bayern, right?
Yeah.
And
Mhm.
they only have a 60-something% win rate during Oktoberfest, whereas normally they're up to like so.
Interesting.
Yeah, but the goal that Leverkusen scored, there was no stopping that. That was crazy off of the corner, and then the clearance, and then the guy just fired it straight into the corner. But Bayern's goal,
Interesting.
oh my goodness, Bayern's goal loved it. I loved it. When I say I shed a tear watching it, I literally cried watching it.
But that's valid. I cry when my team gets a touchdown.
It was crazy. Like, so it was coming in from the corner, like a cross in from the corner, but not an actual corner. And the defender cleared it. It drops down to our midfielder. He hits it off of his chest. It bounces, and then he just absolutely like nails it into the top corner of the goal. And I was like, you could not ask for a better hit than that. And it was just crazy. And what makes it even better is that it was by Alexander Pavlovich, who is a homegrown player from Bayern. So he's gone through our academy, and he came up and he scored this goal, which like everyone's like, kind of goal is to score during Oktoberfest at home.
Yeah.
So the fact that he did it, and his celebration was awesome too. So we'll have to put in some pictures of him celebrating.
I love that for him.
Yes, but it was very good. I enjoyed it. I wish that I had watched a little bit more of the game, because apparently we were dominating in like all of the other statistics, and we definitely should have won, but we drew, so the game's the game, I guess. And then, so we have some news about the 2025 Club World Cup. So they announced the stadiums this weekend. And so some controversy before they even began to announce these. The US is also hosting the 2025 Gold Cup around the same time that the Club World Cup is happening. So they announced the Gold Cup stadiums and stuff this past week, and everyone was up in arms. They're like, there's no East Coast games. And then everyone else, like some people that actually like have brain cells, were like, oh, also the Club World Cup is supposed to predominantly be on the East Coast. Well, come to find out that one of the clubs that qualified is on the West Coast. So just some pretty pre-tournament controversy here already. So the reason that is
Yeah.
predominantly on the East Coast is because of European times, and West Coast is significantly farther behind than East Coast is.
Yeah.
So that's great. But the stadiums that were announced were Atlanta, Charlotte, Cincinnati, LA, Miami, Nashville, MetLife, Orlando, which has 2 stadiums, Philly, Seattle, and Washington, D.C. So these are a combination of MLS, college football, and NFL stadiums. What I would expect to see is more of the well-known clubs like Real Madrid and Bayern to play in the NFL-sized stadiums, just because they should draw more of a crowd compared to,
Yeah.
the Saudi Pro League clubs, which will probably end up playing in the smaller stadiums, although there's not a lot of smaller stadiums on here besides
No.
Audi, Inter, which is on the smaller side, and Nashville Stadium. So those you should expect to see some of the smaller, lesser known clubs. So
I mean, there's not really a lot to talk about F1.
no, there's not.
There is rumors that Daniels probably has a seat, but you can't trust F1 lately. They really be pulling stuff out of the hat and throwing it at you.
Yeah,
And then
especially
just Checo's comment.
Yeah. Well, did you see the thing that started it all? Someone put out a graphic that was like Checo's planning on retiring after the Mexican Grand Prix. And then he tweets out
like,
that
no.
video, and he's like, it's the Leonardo DiCaprio clip, and he's like, I'm leaving. It was just funny.
Honestly,
I'm like,
that was very
whoever had
iconic of Checo to
access
do.
of his Twitter, hats off to whoever had access to it.
Literally.
Because that was gold. We have one street race left, which is Vegas, I believe. Yeah, it's Vegas. And so it will be a triple header, and then we'll have I think it's a week or 2 break. And then we'll have another triple header, and then the season will be done. But that won't be until towards the end of October, yeah.
So now we're to the radar point. Is that what we have it called?
Radar point? Mm-hmm.
That's what I put. Okay, so the only thing I have suggested is just, I have become very occupied by the Vikings and just how well they've been doing, because they're 4-0. They're I think the only team that's 4-0 currently.
Well, unless the Bills win.
I think the Chiefs are. Yeah, that's
yeah. The Chiefs are as well.
But they're the only team that they're kind of like an underdog. They're not as popular currently as the Bills and Chiefs. And no one thought the Vikings were gonna come out and do really good, and they're doing amazing. So their next game, just know they're probably gonna win. Especially because I think they're going up against the Jets.
Yes, they're playing the Jets. Wait, why does it say at 9:30? Where are they playing?
9:30?
They're playing in London. They have a London game next week. That's why it's at 9:30.
Interesting. 9:30 in the morning or at night?
In the morning.
Okay.
If it was 9:30 at night for us, it'd be 3 in the morning for them.
Oh, okay. Look, I failed geographic stuff. That's why I'm a nurse. We don't have to know. We only have to know your ethnicity and your religion.
We already know that you are not geographically good, because what was it? One of our earlier episodes, episode 5, you were thinking Germany was in America, North America or something. I don't know.
Did I?
No, maybe it was, I don't know. That's what we titled the episode, remember? Germany isn't in, okay, you don't remember. Never
Europe
mind.
or something? Look, we know I'm geographically struggling.
You're not geographically inclined.
No. Hey, it's okay. Some people don't have to be. I don't need, see, she's perfect for that situation. I am not. I can help you if you're sick.
I can't.
See?
Oh, I was gonna say, I'll tell you just to take Advil and suck it up.
Yeah. I'll be like,
That's
no,
all I can
not
do.
for that situation. It's okay.
All right,
All right,
and then
moving
my
on.
radar point, my game to watch this weekend, because the Champions League is this weekend. Well, not this weekend. It's this week. It's Tuesday and Thursday. It's Tuesday and Wednesday. I don't think there's any games on Thursday. But it's AC Milan versus Bayer Leverkusen. I feel a little bit biased picking Leverkusen 2 weeks in a row, but it's AC Milan and Christian Pulisic, so like, and they're on a hot streak right now, so I kind of have to choose them, right?
Yeah. Makes
But this
sense.
also kind of sets up Champions League table-wise and getting a better understanding of that, because the first match day, there are teams who won that are up within the top 8 that
Yeah.
definitely should not be there. So this will kind of give a better knowledge of Champions League and
Yeah.
pieces setting in. Also, the NHL season starts this week, so we'll see if we decide to cover that and stuff. That just would be another thing to watch, and I don't know if I can add that
Yeah.
into my schedule or not.
Yeah. I mean, I like hockey, but like,
I like
I
college
don't know if I
hockey.
like it that much. Yeah. Like, I'll support our university that we both don't go to anymore. But that's about it.
Anyways, no, I'm just kidding.
Moving on. All right, so that was our episode for this week. I hope you like it. Please leave us a comment, please look at all of our social media pages, our post notifications, and go check out our links to all our social media pages. I feel like I mixed that up, but it's okay. If I'm missing anything,
It's fine.
we'll fix it.
Yeah.